The Pyramids of Giza are more than just ancient tombs. They are marvels of engineering that continue to puzzle experts today. Imagine standing before the Great Pyramid, a structure so perfectly aligned that its deviation from true north is just 0.05 degrees. That's a level of precision that even modern architects, armed with GPS and laser technology, struggle to achieve. But here's the real question. How did the ancient Egyptians, without computers, satellites, or even the compass, manage to build something so flawlessly? It's easy to assume this level of accuracy might have been a lucky accident, but the evidence suggests otherwise. The pyramids don't just align with the true north. Their bases are nearly perfect squares. Their angles remain consistent across millions of limestone blocks, and their positioning reflects an astonishing understanding of astronomy. The Great Pyramid, for instance, is said to mirror the constellation of Orion's belt, a pattern seen in other pyramids as well. Could it be that the Egyptians possessed knowledge far beyond what we give them credit for? Some theories suggest they used the stars, the sun's shadow, or even complex surveying techniques that we still don't fully understand. The deeper you look, the more fascinating it becomes. If they were off by just a fraction of a degree, the entire structure would have been noticeably skewed. Yet, over 4,500 years later, these pyramids still stand, their precision undisturbed by time. Did the ancient Egyptians uncover secrets that we've lost today? Or was their method a combination of ingenuity, mathematics, and an almost obsessive dedication to perfection? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. The Great Pyramid isn't just a tomb. It's a testament to human capability, a mystery that challenges everything we think we know about ancient civilizations. Building the pyramids without modern tools seems almost impossible when you consider the sheer scale of the task. Each limestone block used in the Great Pyramid weighs between 2.5 feet, 5 and 80 tons, and some were transported from quarries over 500 miles away. That's the equivalent of moving several elephants across the desert, without cranes, trucks, or steel tools. How did they do it? This is where history meets mystery. Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some suggest the Egyptians used wooden sleds, dragging the stones across the sand. Others believe they rolled them on logs, though this method seems unlikely given the vast number of blocks required. Then there are the more unconventional ideas. Could they have used some form of lost anti-gravity technology? It sounds like science fiction, but many researchers still struggle to explain how they achieved such precision with such limited tools. One of the most compelling discoveries in recent years suggests that the Egyptians may have used a much simpler but genius technique: water. Ancient wall paintings depict workers pouring liquid in front of sleds carrying massive stones. Scientists have found that dampening the desert sand significantly reduces friction, making it far easier to slide heavy objects. A recent study even showed that mixing water with Nile clay created a slick, waxy surface, acting almost like a natural lubricant. This means the Egyptians might not have needed wheels or complex machinery, just a deep understanding of their environment and physics. And yet, despite all our modern technology, some experiments still fail to match the precision and efficiency of the ancient builders. Could there be something we're missing? Did the Egyptians have knowledge that has been lost to time? Whether it was pure engineering brilliance or a method still waiting to be rediscovered, one thing is certain. The construction of the pyramids wasn't just impressive, it was nothing short of extraordinary. The more you examine the Great Pyramid's design, the more it seems like a blueprint of something far greater than just a tomb. Its proportions are not just mathematically precise. They appear to encode some of the universe's most fundamental numbers. The relationship between its height and base mirrors the mathematical constant pi, p, a number that describes circles and appears throughout nature. Even more astonishing, its dimensions align with the golden ratio, a proportion seen in everything from seashells to galaxies to the human body. How could an ancient civilization, without advanced mathematical tools, create something so precise? The mysteries don't stop there. If you take the pyramid's height and multiply it by 43,200, you get an almost exact match to Earth's polar radius. If you do the same with its base, you get the planet's equatorial circumference. These aren't just random numbers. They reflect the very shape and scale of our world. Was this just a mind-blowing coincidence? Or did the Egyptians have knowledge of Earth's dimensions long before modern science confirmed them? Some believe that their understanding came from something beyond human intuition, as if they were following a hidden code or instructions from an unknown source. Then there's the connection to the stars. The layout of the pyramids at Giza appears to match the three stars in Orion's belt, a pattern seen in other ancient sites around the world. The Egyptians believed their pharaohs would ascend to the heavens, and Orion was linked to Osiris, the god of the afterlife. Was this alignment a symbolic tribute, or could it have served a greater cosmic purpose? These intricate mathematical and astronomical details suggest that the Great Pyramid wasn't just a structure, it was a message. But the biggest question remains: who or what was the message for? For centuries, people imagined the pyramids were built by slaves, toiling under the lash of merciless overseers. But the truth is far more fascinating. Ancient records and modern archaeology now suggest that the pyramids were constructed by a highly organized workforce of up to 100,000 skilled laborers, craftsmen, engineers, and masons who lived in well-constructed workers' villages near the site. These weren't oppressed slaves. They were well-fed, housed, and even given medical care. Some skeletons show signs of healed injuries, meaning workers who got hurt weren't simply discarded, but treated and allowed to continue their work. This was not a society forcing people into brutal labor. It was a civilization that valued and supported its builders. But even with an army of dedicated workers, one question remains. How did they achieve such precision using only copper tools? Solid granite, used for the pyramid's inner chambers, is one of the hardest stones on Earth. Modern stonecutters need diamond-tipped equipment to shape it. Yet the Egyptians, supposedly working with simple chisels, carved and transported massive granite blocks from quarries hundreds of miles away. Some theories suggest they used an abrasive technique, sand and water combined with copper saws, to cut through the stone. Others believe they may have had access to lost technology that made their work easier and faster. And then there's the more controversial theory, the idea that they didn't do it alone. Some believe the knowledge to build the pyramids came from an older, lost civilization, one that predated Egypt's golden age and passed down its wisdom. Others go even further, suggesting extraterrestrial influence, pointing to the pyramid's precise alignment with celestial bodies and its inexplicable mathematical perfection. Could the Egyptians have received knowledge beyond their time, or was their success purely the result of human ingenuity, discipline, and skill? Whatever the truth, one thing is undeniable. The master builders of Egypt achieved something so extraordinary that it still leaves us questioning, thousands of years later. The Nile River was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, providing food, trade, routes, and fertile lands. But what if it also held the key to how the pyramids were built so efficiently? Recent studies suggest that the Egyptians may have used a system of water canals to transport massive stone blocks directly to the construction site, dramatically reducing the effort needed to move them across the desert. In fact, evidence of these ancient waterways has been found near the Giza Plateau, hinting at a sophisticated logistical network that allowed materials to arrive exactly where they were needed. But water's role in pyramid construction may go even deeper. Some researchers believe the Egyptians might have used water not just for transport, but to aid in carving and shaping the stone itself. Certain limestone blocks exhibit strange wavy patterns, suggesting they could have been softened using a water-based technique. This raises an intriguing possibility. Could the Egyptians have developed a method to manipulate stone in ways we don't yet fully understand? Some fringe theories even suggest they used water pressure or buoyancy to float heavy blocks into place, reducing the strain on laborers. It sounds almost too advanced to be true, but time and again, the ancient Egyptians have proven to be far more ingenious than we once believed. Their ability to harness the environment with simple yet effective engineering is nothing short of remarkable. If water played a larger role than we currently realize, could this be the missing link that finally explains how they built so fast and with such precision? Or are we still only scratching the surface of their true methods? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. The more we learn about how the pyramids were built, the more we realize how much we still don't know. The Great Pyramid has stood for over 4,500 years, yet it still holds secrets that baffle scientists. In 2017, researchers using advanced scanning technology made a shocking discovery: an enormous, unexplored void hidden deep within the structure. It's as large as the Grand Gallery, but no one knows what's inside. Is it an undiscovered burial chamber? A hidden cache of ancient knowledge? Or something even stranger? Without a way to access it without damaging the pyramid, this mystery remains sealed behind millions of tons of stone. But the anomalies don't stop there. Recent studies have revealed that the Great Pyramid interacts with electromagnetic energy in ways we don't fully understand. Scientists measuring electromagnetic fields inside the pyramid found that it seems to concentrate energy within certain chambers. While some believe this is a natural result of its shape and materials, others question whether this effect was intentional. Could the Egyptians have designed the pyramid for more than just a tomb? Was it built to harness or amplify energy in ways we can't yet explain? Then there are the mysterious shafts, narrow tunnels leading to nowhere, or so it seems. Some dead end abruptly, while others aim directly at certain stars. Were these simply symbolic passages for the soul's journey to the afterlife? Or did they serve a lost function? The deeper we look, the stranger the pyramid becomes. Some theorists even propose that it wasn't a burial site at all, but an advanced energy device, built using knowledge that modern science has yet to rediscover. If true, this would rewrite everything we think we know about ancient Egypt. Were the pyramids simple tombs, or were they something far more complex? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. The Great Pyramid still guards its secrets, waiting for the right moment to reveal them. After centuries of study, the pyramids still leave us with more questions than answers. Their precision, scale, and sheer complexity continue to challenge modern engineers. With all of today's advanced technology, we would still struggle to replicate the Great Pyramid with the same accuracy, alignment, and durability. So what are we missing? Did the ancient Egyptians possess a level of mathematical, engineering, or even scientific knowledge that has been lost to time? Many researchers believe they had an advanced understanding of geometry, astronomy, and materials science, perhaps more advanced than we give them credit for. Their ability to align massive stone structures with celestial bodies, encode fundamental mathematical constants into their designs, and transport multi-ton blocks with stunning efficiency suggests they weren't simply guessing. Were they using forgotten techniques that allowed them to manipulate physics in ways we no longer understand? Could there have been tools, machines, or methodologies lost to history, waiting to be rediscovered? Theories range from highly disciplined engineering practices to the possibility of knowledge passed down from an older, forgotten civilization. Some even suggest that humanity has gone through cycles of technological advancement and collapse, with the pyramids standing as remnants of a time when we may have understood things differently. If we could unlock these secrets, could they revolutionize modern architecture, construction, and even energy systems? The Great Pyramid stands as a silent challenge, daring us to unravel its mysteries. Whether the answer lies in lost technology, forgotten wisdom, or something even more extraordinary, one thing is certain: our ancestors knew something remarkable. The question is, are we ready to rediscover it?